Academy Award-winning actor Jeff Bridges joined Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell and Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack to launch Virginia's No Kid Hungry campaign on Tuesday at Barcroft Elementary School. Bridges, who serves as the spokesman for the national campaign, says President Obama's goal of ending childhood hunger by 2015 is unlikely but not impossible. Last year, you called President Obama your champion for pledging to end childhood hunger by 2015. Do you still feel the same way about him at this point in his presidency, or has your attitude changed?
Yeah, I do. That must be the toughest job in the world, you know, and I think he's doing as best he can, and I have a lot of faith in him. And it's wonderful that he set that goal for us. To end childhood hunger by 2015. A lot of people think that's kind of unlikely. You know, how are we going to do that? And I tend to agree with them. That is kind of unlikely in a way, but it's certainly not impossible. It's also unlikely that we have 17 million kids in the richest country in the world struggling with hunger. That's unlikely. But goals, the purpose of a goal, is to bring attention to something. And figure out what are the problems between where we are now and our goal, and how we're going to solve those problems. And so you might fail achieving that goal, but if you don't even set that goal, then you're going to have to settle for the status quo, which is going to be disastrous for our country. We just can't allow it. Well, it's going to take all of us. It's going to take the government, the private, public participation. It's not one thing or the other, and I think that's one of the things we have to move away from. Sometimes I feel in this political environment that where you've got the government is your enemy, and you're not going to let the other party look good no matter what. That's kind of paralyzing us, and we can't afford that. We've got to work together. It's so wonderful to be here in Virginia and be in partnership with Governor McDonnell.
Bridges also says he is committed to protecting the food stamp program from being cut by Congress. It's been reported that 14% of Americans are on food assistance programs, a record number.
Is that accurate, Bill? 14%? This is Billy Shore. Let me just bring my partner. This is Billy Shore.
Hi. Yeah, when we spoke earlier. Yeah, well, the number's 44 million, actually 46 million Americans now are on food stamps. That is a record number. That's the first time in the history of the country that many Americans have been on food stamps, and half of them are children. So the percentage would be, if you do the math, I think you're pretty close on that, right?
Yeah. And it's important. The food stamp program is in danger of being underfunded right now, so we've got to do everything to make sure that we protect the programs that are so effective, like the SNAP program, the food stamp program.
We had dinner a month or so ago with Secretary Vilsack out in California. He told us that 1 out of every 2 kids will at some point during their childhood be on food assistance, whether it's food stamps or WIC or what have you. So it's really risen to the level of crisis unlike we've seen before.
Given this, do you think the Obama administration have pursued the proper policies, or is there anything you'd like to see change so that less people are relying on these programs?
Well, it's a political scene. I think he did such a great job just initiating this idea of ending childhood hunger by 2015, and I'm going with that. I can't put myself in his position. I don't know all the things that he's dealing with, but I'm in total support of his original vision and doing everything I can to carry that on, and also doing everything I can to protect these programs that are being threatened now, like the food stamp program. We've got to do everything we can to keep those in place and keep them funded.
In Arlington, Virginia, I'm Nicholas Balassi, CNSNews.com.